Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video I have the perfect tool watch, and I have here little tools as a props, and I was delaying on making this video because ever since I got this watch I wanted this review and this video to be perfect because the watch is perfect itself. And then anyways, I decided not to. What the heck, I'm just gonna put it and sit in front of the camera and talk, and that's just the way I do things. That's just the way EDC Gunner does his watch videos. I just try to give my own flavor, my own spin on this one. And ever since I got this watch, when the dealer showed it to me, that he has it, when I saw the photo, I said, it's mine. I will have it, I will take it. And the day when I put it on my wrist, I haven't removed it from my wrist for, it's probably a month now. So I got to wear this watch, and it's just a perfect tool watch that anyone can want. And it's also watch that's not that much expensive when you look at the Rolex prices and whatnot, but you get so much of a watch, and it's incredible how popular this watch was. When it was first released, this is a Tudor Pelagos two-liner with the ETA movement, 42 mils, 22 mil lug width and whatnot. You can find the specs everywhere. But when it was first released, well, when it came out in Basel World, I don't know which year, it was so popular watch, and everyone wanted to have one, and it still is. And this watch, I can tell you, I have no regrets of buying, and I never looked back at the money. The only reason I took this watch off my wrist for the past 2 days, that I got another iconic toe watch that I was missing, and I got a Seiko SKS here back into the play. And speaking about this Tudor is Seiko SKS. Seiko SKS, what does in affordable watches, this Tudor does in a more upper echelon watches. It's one of the coolest watches I ever had. I showed you a lot of cool watches on my channel. I showed you JLC Master Compressor Duomatic, but that watch is not as cool as this one. And I was recently tempted to give this watch and a little bit of money to acquire that JLC Duomatic, but I was having a real hard time of letting this one go. I know it makes sense, but just looking at this watch here, it didn't make sense. So when I first wanted to get this watch, I was having some issues. Wow, it's a titanium watch, and I really don't like titanium watches. However, I decided to give it a shot, and when I saw it in person, it doesn't really feel like titanium. It has that little grayish color, bit than a stainless steel, and it's a bit lighter. This watch is lighter than it would be on steel, and somehow I got used to the junky heavy divers, and this one feels so comfortable on the wrist that it's crazy. And the titanium, it's not really that too much of a gray that I don't like, and this is a first ever watch in full titanium that came out of the Rolex factory, and it's really it's when something comes out, they make their own steel, they make their own gold. So this one, I I got my expectations set high, and it delivered. Prior to buying this watch, I was thinking, should I get a Breitling, some sort of a Breitling for this sort of money? You can buy Super Ocean Heritage, you can buy Omega Seamaster. But the problem with those two watches is that Super Ocean Heritage is a little bit harder to acquire, and Seamaster, I don't know, it's kind of too popular. Everyone has it, and when I saw this one, I had no doubts about what I wanted, and that's it. So the watch is made of full titanium, except for I think the case back is not titanium, just a little coloration here, issues here. You can see on the color. So I haven't checked that out completely, but I think it's not. So the case back, you can see the watch has a little bit of a dirt and wear and whatnot, but I've been wearing it non-stop every day, and you can see just a plain Tudor sign, Tudor Genève. I think this is a stainless steel case back, and the bracelet is full titanium except for the clasp. And the clasp here, if you are familiar with Tudor, you know that this is a stainless steel clasp, and this one here, notch, is also stainless steel. You can see some nice little details, and this is a really cool thing here on the band. Here you have an extension. You can easily flip this, extend your wrist, and you need to pull it like this, and it's really interesting. This is something they came up with. This is patented, and I think this should work on every other watch. So you can see the mechanism there. So naturally, when your wrist swells during the course of the day, especially when it's hot outside, when it's warm during the summer, I always need to move the notch on my dive watches a little bit, one notch more, and during the night it kind of wobbles on my wrist, and the day it kind of breaks. So this is a perfect system, and you know all about it. This watch came out, I believe, in 2012, and still being produced. This is a ETA version. However, the version nowadays that is actual is with the Tudor in-house movement, and it has 4 lines on the dial. I kind of think that's a bit too much. That's like when you go to the low end, you have a reedy material. So this crown is screwed down, and I just want to move the hand so you can see these 2 lines. Of course, it hacks. Let me just zoom in so maybe you can see more better. Crown action is beautiful. It's easy to operate. Here you have a nice crown guard, and you can see how the edges are beveled. This is a really nice touch here. It's all brush finish, but you can see here there are no sharp corners. The edges are beveled, of course, with machine, but still it looks nice. It has a nice Tudor shield as a logo, and overall, what's really cool about this watch is the dial, because this watch really is something else. Here you have a helium escape valve, which you use, and you can see the brush finishing all over. So this watch is brush finish, and this is a tool watch. This is a tool watch that really it's gonna get you through the day. If you are someone who's been thinking that this is ultimate tool watch, well, this is ultimate luxury tool watch, and I absolutely love it. You can check out the dial and the crystal on this one. The crystal, sapphire crystal on this one, what really impressed me the most is that like there is no crystal on it. It's so clear, it's so nicely done that like it's not even there. And the dial is another thing that really impressed me. Let me just clear up the smudges. The dial here, it has a 3D feel to it. It's three-dimensional, so you can see all this here. It's really complex dial, but doesn't look so complex, and it's really nice. The hands, I love the snowflake hands, especially the snowflake on the second hand. It's really beautiful. The writing, roll to yourself widening. That's a homage to the Tudor submariners from the past, back in the days when Tudor wrote. And here you can see the date window that naturally extends down there and makes perfect symmetry with this indices on the 9 o'clock with 3 o'clock. So it's almost like there is no date window, and that's such a beautiful integration. Usually people like to see black date wheel, but this one I think just works perfect, and it just adds to the symmetry of the dial. The bezel, this is a ceramic bezel, but it's injected ceramic, and it's not shiny ceramic. This is actually matte black ceramic, and the bezel action is just, it's amazing. I need to go all over there to the way, because I have an OCD. I need to do those things, and yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. This watch is just plain beautiful watch, and the dial is black. It's pitch black. It's jet black, and what more can you want? I do not hate, but I really dislike charcoal black dials. If you want a black dial, this is the one, the pitch black dial, jet black dial, and it works great. Feels great on the wrist as well. This watch is such a joy to wear, to have, and this watch is just amazing piece. And of course, if you are watching this far and you still don't know, this watch is made by Tudor. Let me just show you a couple more details on this one. Here on the band you have a Tudor Geneve titanium steel and steel inox. The band, and here you can see a little Tudor logo here and the cutout on this clasp. That's really neat, and I like that. And you can see here, you can do, and you close this, and you still have a Tudor logo here on the clasp. That's super neat and super cool, and very nice. The bracelet here has screws. It's very comfortable, very nice, and the loom here, it's amazing. The loom lasts all night, and it glows. The loom glows blue. It's not a green loom, it's a blue loom. So nothing else to show you but the wrist shot. The watch on the hand feels natural, feels and wears perfect. And I think this is a perfect tool watch anyone could ask for from Rolex. And it makes so much sense that this is in titanium, because it takes down the weight, and it's just doesn't have that shiny polish and shiny look that no tool watch should have. And I don't know what else to say, guys. Just if you're in the market for one, Tudor Pelagos, new in-house movement, or the old ETA. I think the old ETA movement is better for maintenance. So if you think of service costs and parts and whatnot, but whatever you pick, you cannot make mistakes, and these do come in blue color as well. They also come when you buy them brand new. You in the box you get rubber band as well for this one, but this one will work pretty much on anything. But the band and the bracelet is so comfortable that I have no wishes to change it up and to switch it. So all in all, to sum it all up, the Tudor Pelagos as a perfect tool diver that is not gonna break your bank, and it will make you very, very happy.